Nihongo Gamer.
And...
and what else? I thought you were going to introduce another person.
We're going to talk about something that is really painful.
Well, it's painful. It's painful if you're excited about.
I am in pain, like daily. I am in pain. You might not be.
I'm in sort of pain.
I don't talk about the monthly thing. I'm talking about Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is out in the West. Out in the West. Out of us German.
Out of the West.
America, Australia, but
it's not out in Japan. How do you feel about a Japanese franchise coming out with a game in the West first?
I don't understand why it's not out in Japan yet. They have loyal Japanese fans, and the Pokemon centers are here.
Well, so here's the thing. Pokemon is Japanese.
Yes.
It was created by a Japanese company with Japanese directors, and the stories and the game systems all done by Japan.
Yes.
But Niantic, the company that makes the actual game, they're not from Japan. They built a different game. So Nintendo is paying this company to make a game for them. What do you think is so good about Pokemon Go?
I've seen my friends from the US who are playing it already.
Yeah.
And it's really great to see that they're getting out of the house, they're getting sunlight, they're getting exercise.
Yeah.
And then, once you level up enough, you can team up with other people, so you make friends, you make new friends, you hang out more, you're going out. Now is the time to go out and explore things, and I think it gets that whole spirit of, even in the urban jungle, you search for Pokemon, you catch Pokemon, and the excitement, and they see like each other, like on the trains, like, oh my god, that person is playing. So people are bonding.
Nintendo stock famously rose today, 25%.
25%, that's a lot of money.
It's a ton of money.
That is crazy.
Which they can probably plow straight into, you know, development of other stuff.
Or maybe bringing it out in Japan, that'd be great.
I think they know that this is not a very Japanese game. In Japan, which is, especially Tokyo, which is very, very crowded, and I know that places in America are crowded as well, and Europe's insanely crowded, but Japan is one of those countries where if you do something that you're not supposed to do, you stick out like a sore thumb. It's very obvious. Once you have a person getting their phone out and kind of getting in the way, I think it's like the worst thing you can do in a busy station in Japan.
I think the bigger problem is actually gonna be, in Japan there's been cases of upskirting and people taking pictures of young girls.
Well, yeah, exactly,
and that's the problem. So if you take out your phone, every Japanese phone, you have one from Japan, I have one.
Yeah.
If you want to take a picture, it definitely always does a sound. You cannot switch this sound off.
Yeah.
And it's always this loud. You can't even make it any quieter.
Yeah.
You just want to take a screenshot of like a web page and send it to a friend. Same thing happens.
A screenshot.
Even a screenshot you can't do. So literally, I'm just screenshotting this. Makes the sound. You
Japan
can't switch
is
it off.
ultra paranoid. They think you might screenshot what? Oh, screenshot
you
the
might.
camera app.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah, and get a photo.
The people who would do these kind of things, they get like a app that
they're gonna find a way. This is something Japan's quite famous for, I think, is punish the masses so that the one person who did something wrong will understand they did something wrong. They'll feel more shame, right? But this happens, by the way, because I was an English teacher. This happens in classrooms. When one person comes to school late, they'll yell at the class. The person who was late will like come in halfway through the lecture. This is quite a complicated topic. Pokemon Go is gonna have a weird impact on Japan.
It's like, oh, there is a Squirtle on the road. Schoolgirl, snap, snap, snap. So that could happen. I think that's another thing.
Was I the schoolgirl in that picture?
You're the schoolgirl.
Would I make quite a good schoolgirl?
Yeah, good posture there. People will abuse it for one or the other reason.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm trying to catch a Pokemon. Actually, you were trying to take a picture.
And then people, the claims are not gonna go to that person. They go straight to Pokemon Company and say like, what have you done?
Yeah, and that's quite common in Japan. Is like the company that hired you is the one that gets in trouble for the employees' stupidity.
But it's also sometimes a little bit like if something small happens, you go straight to the company, which means you're not actually talking to that person that did it.
Right. Yeah.
Which is sometimes just like telling your mom instead of actually going up and saying, you know, hey, that's not cool. I can see positive benefits. Okay. The good thing is for this Pokemon game, again, if you, for example, go to 7-Eleven, where right now you can get a Pokemon, you could go to 7-Eleven and maybe you charge up, or you get some support, or have like Pokemarts at certain places so people go there. You would up sales. Every Pokemon Center could have a special thing, so people would go to the Pokemon Center this summer, obviously buy stuff, but again, that's money that goes back into Nintendo so they can make this game better. Yeah, I would love to see that. People getting up and out of their house like you were saying earlier. Making friends. That's so nice. I've seen people bond so well over this game. I want to go like and look at the person next to me and go like, oh my god, that person's playing too. Like when Pokemon the game came out, the last one. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. So when those games came out, it was nice because I was sitting on the train and I put on obviously the Street Pass. Yeah, and I could see that like 3 or 4 people around me playing this right now on the train or on the station. So I'm like, oh my god, is it that kid over there, or is it that businessman? Or is it that hot guy that's sitting next to me? You know, you don't know. The hot guy sitting next to her. Oh, behave.
That is something that Nintendo's really good at, isn't it? You know, I really enjoyed going to like Tokyo Game Show and holding my DS and checking it every now and then to see like, oh god, you know, people who have come from Australia to Japan to see Tokyo Game Show. This is really cool. PlayStation didn't do it so well. PlayStation came up with a version for the Vita. Every time you're in a Wi-Fi hotspot, you could kind of log in where you were, which, let's face it, is a bad idea. Why would you give a games console to your children which is going to log where they are and send it to Sony? Like, it's not, it doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. And that's why it failed. There's been a lot of news in just today, and because it's been going for the past 3 or 4 days. Don't forget, it's a game that checks your GPS location, so it knows, you know, where you are, where you live, all the places you always go.
Pokemon, and if you like that Pokemon, they're gonna know.
Yeah, I think,
it's really weird.
I think it could be more. I think it could be more dangerous than just knowing what Pokemon you like. Yeah. Other news that I have to mention: people are using lures. Do you know what a lure is?
Lure.
Lure is like a fish bait. You know, you put the bait in, and the Pokemon come. Right? Then you can catch the Pokemon. But here's what actually happens: you put the bait down, and everyone knows that there's bait there, which means Pokemon are gonna come. And so trainers also come. So what's happening is you're seeing all these Twitter images where people are saying, I put down the bait, and all I found was more trainers. Humans are coming to the bait. You're actually baiting humans. That's terrible because
it should only be your bait.
If you want to find people, and let's say that you're prepared, you want to mug someone. So it's like, no, legitimately a problem right now. It's like midnight, you know that only 1 or 2 people are gonna come. You put the bait down, a Pokemon does arrive, but then also 2 people that you want to like steal their phone or something. They arrive and you go, give me your phone. Well, because everyone's gonna come with an iPhone. You know they're gonna hold something that's worth $600 or more.
Oh, fair enough. But with an iPhone or Android, whatever they're getting.
Yeah, but a device, you know, something that you could steal.
Well, when you play it, you just have to like normal common sense as well. Don't go down some dark alleyways just because it says there might be a Pokemon.
Yeah. And also, if you're a parent, you really have to know what this game is about before you hand it to your kids.
Yeah, or just go out with it. That's actually a good thing, though. I heard that parents have been going out with their kids to bond together.
I hope so.
Play Pokemon, like go out to the park. Like, okay, let's go out to the park. Instead of sitting at home going like, let's play Pokemon. It's like they're going out to the park, they're having exercise with their kids, and you know, they're bonding over that. Like,
I can tell you really want to play it.
It's seriously, every day I've been checking, I see all my friends going like, oh, this is awesome, I do this. I'm like, oh.
I know, I think it would be nice to be able to start that collection, but here we are, still waiting in Japan, the country that gave birth to Pokemon.
Not Pokemon Go at this point. Hopefully by the time you watch it, we might.
I may sound like I don't want to play it. I do really want to play it.
I really want to play it.
I'm just reading the news, and I can see where this isn't a perfect match for Japanese culture. Well, there you have it. Yes. Pokemon Go.
Please bring Pokemon Go to Japan. I want to game.
It'll probably be out by tonight. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be awesome. I need to be quickly editing this video. Otherwise, it's totally not on time anymore. Well, if the Pokemon stock rose by 25%, I'm very sure they want to keep going with this one.
All that cash. Nintendo cash money.
Cash money.
Like all the money they take from YouTubers every time they make a video.
Yeah.
Peace.
There are more Pokemon videos in the top right. Don't forget to click. And catch you soon.
Oh, don't forget to subscribe to Let's Play Japan.
Yes, of course, because you already did that, right?
See ya.
Wake up, Joe. Wake up, wake. Wake up, Joe.
It sounds like a Pikachu.
This is amazing! And it's actually like the Game Boy, it actually only goes forward.
Can we go inside?
You know when they eat meat, you never see animals. It's like, are they eating Pokemon?
Pikachu!